So hello there everyone, this is Antonduos here and tonight I'm going to be doing What If Goku Was Sent to High School DxD Part 3. So guys, I'm going to apologize for releasing this What If late than I normally do, but my whole school week was full of exams and I wasn't able to upload any What Ifs. The only time I got was to write them, but not really any time to upload them. So this is going to be the third part of What If Goku Was Sent to High School DxD. So we start the story where I last left it off, right where Rias forced Goku to appear at their club, as we see two unknown people who were revealed to be Zenobia and Irene arrive uh, at the research club, both to inform Rias and her and everybody else about their purpose in town, which is to retrieve the stolen Excalibur swords, and to issue them a warning not to interfere with their work. Upon leaving, Zenobia notices Asia, who was previously known as the Holy Maiden, before calling her a witch and shaming her for becoming a devil, even going as far as to attend an exorcism on her. As she went to attack her, but before anything could happen, Goku powered up and made the whole room shake. As Goku said, "Right now I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the best mood for anyone to attack anybody in this room. So if you don't want to meet God, and I mean dead, not alive, you better not move or hurt her, because I will make you suffer." As everyone was very scared of Goku, which then made Zenobia decide to leave Asia alone. But then after a while, Goku said, "I'm going to go. If they come back, tell me. If I don't respond, drag me here again. If you want, I don't really care." But then Goku disappeared from everyone's eyes, making them wonder the anger or the power what this one kid has. But then we see Issei decided to assist Kiba in his endeavors of seeking revenge against the Excalibur's swords. But after a while, everyone in the club planned on starting their search for Zenobia and Irene. Before finding them on the street, the trio then forms an alliance with the two exorcists, helping them retrieve the Excalibur swords, while handing them one so that Yuto can destroy it. Kiba, touched by Issei and Konoko's actions, agreed to accept the help of the two, thanking them for their assistance. As we then see Goku being dragged back to the club, then him asking, "What do you need?" As Rias then said, "We're planning to destroy the Excaliburs," but Goku just fell to sleep on the couch. As Isis and the other counting their search for Fred and the remaining Excalibur fragments, but after a couple of minutes, they found that the Fred is lurking around an abandoned warehouse, which was previously used by the stray devil, Visor. Kiba then engages Fred in a one-on-one combat until Issei, Saji, and Konoko intervene, giving Kiba a numerical advantage. However, before they can finish Fred off for good, suddenly an elderly man appears, introducing himself as, let's just call him V, because I cannot pronounce his name. With some advice from V, Fred manages to get better control of his Excalibur, thus causing the situation to be in his favor. However, before he can overpower Kiba and the group, the arrival of Zenobia and Irene ruins Fred's plans and saves the group. As Goku sees them leaving from the sky, he then decided to he didn't do anything. Then we see everyone went to meet the club room, as Issei and Saji are punished by. But then Rias decides to punish Goku, but before anything could happen, Goku disappears. Which we all know, if this Goku has more rage and more anger than the one in the anime, which was super ass friendly, I don't think you're gonna be able to catch this Goku. Leaving Rias to get a wondering look from Sona and Akano, as she said, I can't control him. He can probably kill all of us." But then Sona said, "It's impossible. He's just a human." Rias then spoke, "You might be right." The next day, The next day, when Rias, Akano, and Konako dispatch their representative familiars throughout the city in order to search for Kiba and Shinobi and Irene, where they find an injured Irene lying outside the town's outskirts. After healing her with Asia's help, one of the members takes Irene to a residence for further treatment. Fred once again appears, this time revealing that he now has the possession of 4 Excalibur swords ever since he has stolen Irene's Excalibur mimic. As Goku was nowhere to be found, no one worried about it, as he then introduces his boss, Kokubio, one of the leaders of the Fallen Angels, to Issei and his friends. Kokubio then reveals his true motives behind his stealing of the Excaliburs, which is to ignite yet another great war amongst the 3 factions. Disappointed that Michael only sent Grunts exorcists to stop, and Kokobio decides to target the devils of Koa Academy in order to force the hand of the 4 Satans. After the fallen angel leader uses a small attack as a diversion, Issei and the others head back to the school to prepare for upcoming battle with Kokobio. Meanwhile, Koa Academy, V and Fred are shown to be inside a magical circle undergoing an unknown ceremony. But then we see Kiba and Zenobia overlooking the situation from afar. But then we see Goku staring at everyone down from the sky saying, "I'll help in a little while. Right now I have to master my rage and I need to learn how to harness the power I get from the moon. But until everything gets bad, I won't interfere." But we're going to have a flashback to when Goku learns how much potential he has because of his son and his friends, which I'm talking about is Gohan and Broly. We all know, being the legendary Super Saiyan, your potential is basically not readable and impossible to know. As we then see Sona and her team creating a barrier surrounding Koa Academy, while Rias and the team prepare for the upcoming battle against Kokubio. This battle begins with Kokubio summoning several henchmen, demons, to attack against the Grimmery team, which they successfully defeat with the help of Zenobia. During that time, however, V successfully ends up combining the 4 Excaliburs fragment into one. But then he also triggers a self-destructive magic circle scheduled to activate in 20 minutes while Mr. Young Man watches all of the development from afar. But even though all of these events are happening, we have not heard anything from Goku or know what he's up to. As Rias and Akano then attempt to battle with Kokubio, but are overwhelmed by the latter's massive power. Meanwhile, Kiba confronts V, learning the truth of the Holy Sword Project, and with the help. And yes, the Holy Sword Project is still the same as the anime. I'm not planning on changing that. And with the help of his friends from both the past and the present, Kiba successfully managed to obtain his balance breaker, the Sword of the Betrayer. As Goku said, "Wow, they're getting stronger. They probably don't need me. But until that fallen angel makes a move, I won't do anything." As Goku was just watching everything happen, as we then see Kiba fighting V. The fight continues on and on until Kiba finally manages to defeat V. In this series, V is defeated by Kiba. Then we continue as we see Kokubio saying, "What in the world?" In his head, he was just like, "What? How?" As we continue with the series, Kokubio just sends out more and more and more of his henchmen to attack everybody. Then we continue when Kokubio confidently tells the club and that Issei can transfer his power to anyone. Issei preparing to transfer his power to Rias in return. Yeah, I don't know why Issei would do that. He was literally told that by a villain. Issei transfers his powers to Rias, who then processes to attack Kokubio, but to no avail. Akano then also tries to attack Kokubio, but fails to deal much damage as well. Realizing Akano is the daughter of a fallen angel leader, Kokubio makes fun of Rias, claiming that she has the same habit of taking in weird, weird people, much like her brother. As Goku is just laughing from the sky. Angered by Kokubio's insults, Ise decides to fight Kokubio himself, causing Kiba, Shinovia, and Konako to fight Kokubio in order to buy time for Ise to boost his power. However, before anything could happen, everybody in the club was attacked by Kokubio, and they were like, "Wow, you're all weak." As Goku then appears before the last attack of Kokubio could hit, Goku then deflects the attack with his hand and says, "Wow, this is getting interesting." As Goku then appears in front of Kokubio and slaps him once in the face, sending him flying to the floor. Still in base form, just like his tail's floating around, not around his waist like Bardock would normally have it. It's just floating as Goku then goes into a full Super Saiyan state, which is not that powerful, so it won't affect Kokubio that much. As he then appears in front of Kokubio and says, "You really are weak." As he then hits Kokubio by flicking his hand, sending him flying straight to the moon, as Kokubio then crashed into the moon, as Goku then said, "And home run." But then everybody was like, "Goku, turn around!" Ise then manages to boost himself to the point where he got into his balance breaker form, which we all know is with Goku. I don't really know how strong that is. No, with Ise I can't really say how strong it is. As then we see Goku saying, "Okay, time to go." Goku then disappear, leaving Ise to handle this guy. As we then hear Issei strongly states his dream of becoming a harem king, and along with Rias in Issei manages to rekindle his friend's fighting spirit by attacking Kokubio, which it already happened because Goku just easily sent a fallen angel to the moon. But however, before the fight could continue, the barrier field surrounding the school ground is destroyed as a new figure descends from the skies, naming himself, and this is where I'm going to be leaving it off. Thank you guys for watching. This is Hampton Duos here. Goodbye.